Rahab was a prostitute living in the ancient city of Jericho, a city famous for its high, impenetrable walls. At this time, the Israelites were drawing closer to Jericho under the leadership of Joshua after their escape from Egypt. The city was one of the last obstacles in their path as they entered the Promised Land. Rahab, despite her background, would become an unexpected hero in the story of Israel. Joshua sent 2 spies into Jericho to assess the city before their attack. The spies found refuge in the most unlikely place, Rahab's house. She had heard stories of the powerful God of Israel, how he had parted the Red Sea and delivered his people from Egypt. Rahab knew that Jericho was destined to fall, and her heart was moved with fear and faith in the God of the Israelites. When the king of Jericho learned that spies had entered the city, he sent soldiers to search for them. However, Rahab had already hidden the men on her roof under bundles of flax. When questioned by the soldiers, she misled them, saying that the men had already left the city. Her brave decision to hide the spies put her own life at risk, but Rahab trusted in the God she had heard about. Before the spies left her house, Rahab made a request. She asked that, in return for her kindness, they spare her life and the lives of her family when Israel conquered the city. The spies agreed and gave her a scarlet cord, instructing her to tie it in her window as a sign to protect her household during the coming destruction. Soon after, the Israelites marched around the walls of Jericho, and by God's power, the walls collapsed. Yet, as promised, Rahab and her family were spared. The scarlet cord hanging in her window marked her home, and Joshua honored the spies' vow to protect her. Rahab and her family were saved from destruction and brought into the community of Israel. Rahab's story didn't end there. She would later become part of the lineage of Jesus Christ, mentioned in the genealogy found in the book of Matthew. Rahab's faith, despite her past, demonstrated how God can redeem anyone who trusts in him. Her courage and belief in the God of Israel transformed her from an outsider to a pivotal figure in the history of salvation.